Right, fellow punters, the clock on the wall is a quarter to 11 at 10:45 on Tuesday night. Back with a look at day one of the EBOR meeting in York in 2026 and one at Carlisle, I think. Might have one in Sligo as well. But not too long, well, I'm back a while. It was in Linnaban at the races. Sneezed a couple of times there lately. It got a bit drizzly in the middle of the races, and I was outside talking to a good scatter, including the bleeding Jackeens, before they headed back to the Pale. Um, I hope I don't pick up a head cold from it. I'll have to take the Panadol tonight. Small crowd there, but as I was saying that going in, that for the flat meetings in Roscommon, you don't get as many people attending as the national hunt. That would probably be coming from a farming background, I suppose. The horses and the ploughing and shows or whatever. Um, we had, what are we today? First one was a disappointment today, that circuit breaker. He was well fancied in the market, got the run of the race, but just fell away. It have nothing to do with him again. Um, Probably the one that was better handicapped and late money for it. Diamond Bay won it. The next one we had offered Arnaz, that from the 2 furlong pole, you could know that bar a fall, it was similar tactics to the last day. Get out in front and get home. That was 9-4 last night. It finished up 6-5, hosed up. Then were on to Roscommon, Kokore. I was sure that was home and hosed with 100 yards to go. It was collared on the line. Back to 8-1 at the track. I think just returned sixes or something, maybe sevens. 7-1. Small profit on that. Cashel Queen. That was 8-1, 15-2 last night. I was saying that Donnacha O'Brien doesn't send many to Roscommon. He has a good strike rate there, and it increased. That held on. I think that would return 4-1. Almeida was a disappointment. They weren't too busy on it coming on the outside anyway. And Earls, 9 years of age, and sort of moody, as Gary Carroll said. He had to roust him after coming out of the stalls for the first 100 yards, and you'd be hoping that the ones in front went off too fast and he might be picking them up late. He was picking them up late, but although he was only beaten probably a length out of third, he still finished seventh when you look at the final figures. So it wasn't to be for him. Probably needs to come down a few pounds in the handicap and maybe a bit more dig in the ground. Martin Sheridan was there, chatted with him and Mick Kinsella, and there was another fella, I can't remember his name, about the crack with them, and it's always see them crossing the Shannon. Hope they got back safe. Met an old friend of mine I hadn't met in a good few years, was home from the United States of America. I had a beer with him. As he said, we'll have one beer. We had the dinner first, grand stew. Tomorrow, on to York. 5 furlongs, 89 yards. I seen somebody put up today that was raining, and there's more rain promised tomorrow. How much, I don't know. We have a bus horse in this race, penalised £3 for winning the last time, Corolla Point. But I just think that what had beat the last time just mightn't be good enough to win tomorrow. And a 10-1 shot there, Lexington Blitz. This looks like it has been trained for the race. Won over 5 furlongs in a good time in May, and it was put away for a month and nearly 2 months, and it was a running on sixth in Goodwood in end of July. The draw, it's drawn in one, and on either wing, it seems to be beneficial. I won't tell us. This will. Drawn 22 last year. It was one the year before. Drawn 5, 5, 12, 4, 2, 8, 5. So the low draws in the last 10 years to be drawn low. And that's like from 5 down. More beneficial than drawing high. But it depends, I suppose, who's the fastest horse. Bit of money for the man. Just sort of eye catching the last time it ran. Tangara looks to be trained for the race, but I thought Lexington Blitz are paying. Where are we? Bit of money for us. Nines there still. Numbers bookie is paying 6. That'll be the one to go with. 225 the Acomb stakes for 2-year-olds. Hafner for Coolmore. Aidan O'Brien. 3 for Paddy Toomey, 1 in Galway. But I was given an each way chance to Gentle Hurricane. This race has been won a good few times by horses that had just ran and won the once. And this fits into that bracket. And it was eye-catching enough, I thought, but the time wasn't great in Salisbury. But I thought it was worth an each-way bet. On to the 3 o'clock, the Great Voltigeur. A Group 2 for the 3-year-olds. We have the winner of the Epsom Derby, Ryan Moore, stays loyal. No, Ronan Wheel was riding him then. He is the choice. He went on. Aidan has 3 in it. Probably Antigua is trying make it a test of stamina. Maltese Cross won in France, but the horse that it beat was that horse that went over to America the other night. I don't think that form is good enough, and I'm going to go on Christmas Day on a test of stamina and rain forecast. How much, I don't know. Pierre Bernard was just behind him in the Irish Derby in the Cora, and he's getting £5. Maltese Cross was second to Christmas Day in Epsom. Christmas Day got first run. Superior Choice won a listed race, and when Johnny G throws them in at the deep end, he thinks a lot of them are more than the average. So I'm sticking with Christmas Day. On to the 335, the Juddmonte, the big one, 132 rated Ombudsman. He's been good to us. We picked him several times and went off him the last time, went on Darius and at a mile 2, which was never going to be far enough for him. Ombudsman picked them up. Constitution Rivers, a 3-year-old for him, is coming into play. More than not. That's what I was trying to think. The older brigade win it in the last in up to 3-year-olds, but 5-4-4-5-3-4. Ombudsman won it last year, and we were on him, and we're going to go on him again. I hope we didn't pick him the wrong time. 4 in the Stayers, 2 mile, 56 yards. Ride the Thunder down near the bottom of the weights for Roger Varian. This was just behind Shrimp Shady in Newbury when given it £2, and it's getting £2 now. And it's only third run back after the layoff. The small fry for the Joseph O'Brien yard, they're winning a lot of staying races. and Kirchner are top of the market, and Valedictory steps up in trip and has first time blinkers on him this time. But Ride the Thunder, them paying 5 places. 9 or 10 to 1 shot there is the selection. On to 5 furlongs for €3 only. Went with the George Scott Ammo owned Poatan. Look at this horse, it hadn't run from last September, which was third in that sales race, 300,000 behind Calendar Girl. That has flanked the form there recently. First time back to put it into the Scurry Stakes, which is at the back of the pack. Wasn't too busy. There he is, second last, David Egan. And he has to backpedal and come around and finishes almost second. That was a 110 rated horse. He was 97 and he was only getting £5. And this horse was given, or he was given this horse 5. So with a more tactical race that time, if he was fully off, he would have been second, I would imagine. This could have been the plan, you don't know. I'm only trying to pick something that's drawn 14 in the middle, so he'll have to decide which way to go. 10 to 1 shot, 5 places. On to the nursery. Win for a big one here. Persian Spring for Richard Hannon, 3